Welcome to today's webinar, How to Win the Price Wars. Are you tired of discounting your services in order to get clients in the door? If you're like other spa professionals, you've probably tried the daily deal sites and ended up overworked and underpaid. The spa industry is growing and your prices should be too. In this presentation, you'll learn why discounting your services is hurting you and how to attract new clients, but also keep the old ones without slashing your profits. My name is Lauren Snow. I am the Director of Membership for Associated Skincare Professionals. I am also a licensed esthetician and a Groupon sufferer. I have experience in both a medi-spa and a day spa and a beautiful resort spa in San Diego called the Hotel del Coronado. My job here at ASCP is to help our members with creating a diverse membership portfolio, including these wonderful webinars that we get some of the biggest names in the industry to teach our members from. And I love my job. I think it is an awesome way to interact with my fellow Esties, and truly my goal is to help you guys become the best you can be and ultimately the most successful you can be. So enough about me. Today's goals are for you. I want to thank you for coming today to learn how to win these price wars. They can seem a little cumbersome and a little scary too. So hopefully after today you will have the power to walk away. I'm going to share useful information about why slashing your prices and giving away your services, not just your services, but your time and your talent just to get clients in the door has been proven, which we'll talk about some of the research, to be unsuccessful for a long-term sustainable business. After this presentation, you're going to walk away from discounting forever, right? I hope so. So we're going to take a look at why daily deals aren't working. Understanding like the business model, the behind the scenes processes of Groupon, and examining some case studies will help us do this. I want to say before we go any further that I will probably refer to Groupon specifically often, but this applies to the majority of the discounting sites and their business models. There's a lot of companies out there who do the same thing as Groupon, but to my knowledge, Groupon is the largest, with Living Social coming in second. So we're not just picking on Groupon. All right, so their business model, we have to hand it to them. It's brilliant. I mean, especially at first, the idea of getting large groups together to sign up for discounts, and this was before they took this away, but when they first started, they got large groups together to sign up for a discount, and only after a certain amount signed up, like a benchmark, they would release the deal. So it's genius, you know, it's group, you know, using power in numbers, where the more people find out about Groupon, the more people buy the deal, and so on and so forth. So they stopped doing that, however, because it was shown that it wasn't sustainable. But they get to be the good guys. They offer the discounts, and they make money by distributing information, basically distributing your email or your business in their email. They're making money from it. They've moved away from minimum participant requirements, like I mentioned, but this model is still brilliant, and you can't blame them for their business strategy because it works. Let's talk about how it works, though. So you may be approached by a Groupon representative, and they say, hey, Groupon's the next biggest thing for your area. I can help you with that. Come listen to what I can offer you. And they'll say, well, you pay nothing up front. You do the marketing, or they do the marketing rather, sorry. You pay nothing up front. They do the marketing for you. They send you the clients, and they pay you for the sale. That sounds awesome, doesn't it? There's no initial investment. They have the people, they have the email lists and the clients that you need, and they send you the clients that you need. And on top of that, they pay you for the sale of the coupons. Easy peasy. If it was that simple, then I would say sign me up right away. But unfortunately, it's not. If your mom ever told you growing up, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is, then you should apply that to this. What's the catch? It's always about money, isn't it? One way or another. And the catch is how much Groupon takes from you, the business. It comes down to money. And let's be honest, in this business, we're all here to make money. It's great that we can change people's lives, but kindness doesn't pay the bills. Clients pay the bills, and we need to make money to support our own families. So for the sake of this exercise, I want to run through what it would look like for you if you were to offer a Groupon. And let's say that you wanted to offer your signature facial, and that's a $100 service. And we're going to go with 100 because it's easy to understand. So $100 service, okay? But then you decide to do a Groupon, so you're going to have to automatically give 50% off. In order to participate, they want a discount that is significant enough to capture the attention of their email lists. And let's face it, they're used to steep discounts, so we got to offer them something really impressive. Okay, so that is already 50% off of your signature facial, and then the remaining 50% you and Groupon get to split. Okay, so 25% and 25%. So that's okay. You know, you get $25 out of your $100 facial. If that's not enough to say no thank you, you also end up paying the credit card fees for the transaction. So those can be between 2 to 3%. So now you get only 22% of your original $100 facial. So let's convert that to dollars since it's equal, or if it's since it's $100, it's an easy amount. So you already take $50 off your facial, then $25 goes to Groupon, $3 goes to credit card processing, and you're left with $22 from your originally priced $100 facial. So essentially you're doing a facial and getting paid $22 every time someone buys that Groupon. And something to think about, is it worth a $78 loss to collect $22 on a client that likely won't be back and won't ever pay full price for your $100 talents? There's some animation that maybe could have been taken off. How much does it cost you to operate your business? I want you to think about that. So you keep your $22 in mind, and then think about the cost of your linens and laundry for them, your product that you need to keep for back bar, the rent, the cost of your retail and how much that is to keep those on your shelf, any sundries, your credit card processing machine, any equipment that maybe you have on loan or that you just recently bought. There's a lot of things that go into being a business owner, like most of us are, and $22 doesn't seem very significant when you think about all of the money that you're losing, $78. This is something that really brought home the what Groupon can do for your business, and I hope it makes sense to you. I'm going to explain it as as thoroughly as possible. So let's say that you average 2 clients a day who pay $100 each for a facial. That's $200 a day. And that's just normal. Let's say you're not a very busy esthetician. That's why you're interested in doing Groupons, because you want to bring in more clients through the door. So you have 2 each day, and that is 5 days a week you work. So 2 times 5, 200 times 5 is $1,000. And at the end of the week, that means that you have had 10 clients total to make that $1,000. Now let's say that you run a Groupon, and Groupon sends you 6 clients a day. And 6 clients is a lot, so you're pretty tired doing those 6 clients, but you're making money. So you make $22 for each one. That turns out to be $132, and we'll multiply that by 5 because you work 5 days a week. That's $660. And you've done 30 facials to get that $660. Pretty astounding, right? Whereas you could do 10 facials at full price and make $1,000. I hope that makes sense to everybody. And if you were taking those clients, you'd be making $340 less a week by doing the Groupon. So how about if you already have a few regular clients and you decide to mix them up with your existing books? This is what it looks like for your income. Let's say you want to do 6 services a day total. You have 2 clients that are regulars a day and 4 Groupon redemptions a day, so equaling 6. At a week's glance, you make $1,400 a week on combining regular business with Groupon clients, but you're still doing 30 facials. If we add these 2 up, 30 facials that week. You're averaging $48 a facial. It's better, but it's not great. Does that make sense? But guess what? Here's the real kicker. Now your regular clients want that discount too. So you take the regular clients in your normal column and you can just slide them over to the Groupon side. They love you. Your clients love you, of course, but they also love a good deal. If they know that they can pay less for your services and still get in and see you, of course they're going to want the discount. Now you have 30 facials a week, all at $22 each. And that is before taxes, before cost of goods, before rent, and before you take anything home for profit. The only main way for Groupon to be successful is if you only attract new clients who regularly return and pay full price on future visits. But is that even possible? I don't know. So Groupon can do more harm than good. If you're not prepared for the high volume of traffic coming into your spa, and that includes supplies, product, if you don't have restroom staff to make sure that it's clean and hygienic and well maintained, the trash isn't overflowing, for instance, if you have enough linen for a turnover, if you have enough retail and general inventory. If you're not mentally or physically prepared for long hours, that can be a big problem for your business, especially if you have things that you do outside of work, if you have children who are in sporting activities, or you're in the middle of a move, divorce, planning a wedding, whatever's going on in your personal life. If you don't have the capacity for this high volume special, then you can cause more harm than good for your business. You can't answer calls while working. This always got me. I would get my eyelashes done by a girl in San Diego, and her friend was running a Groupon. She was a massage therapist, and she would get so upset because these people would call during the times that she was doing treatments, and they would get angry because she would be booked solid all day doing massages. So she wouldn't have time to call them back, but they wanted to book. It was towards the end of the Groupon. So people obviously wanted to get in before the expiration, and some of the messages started to get pretty angry, and it wasn't fun for her, and I saw the aftermath of that, and it wasn't a positive experience. She was drained. She didn't want to deal with these, and I quote, Groupon people, because they were here for the discount and they weren't paying full price, and it just got to be a really negative thing for her. Also, keeping track of redeemed Groupons can be kind of hard if you're not scanning them and getting them entered and verified right away. People can use multiple ones if you're not good at that. Also, if you're unable to accommodate requests by expiration date, if you can't do that and you choose not to honor an additional amount of time, which I don't expect you to. I couldn't imagine doing that if you run the deal for, say, 6 months. They have 6 months to redeem, and then all of a sudden a month to go before the expiration, you get calls wanting to be scheduled, but you're booked, and they get upset. That can be a problem for your business. And 2 words I want to share with you: no shows. When a client knows that they're paying less than what they are normally going to be charged, as well as someone that they don't know because they haven't established a relationship with you, there are going to be no-shows. There is always no-shows in the spa business, of course. I'm sure you all know that. But with Groupons, we seem to see a little bit more of that, which is not fun for us when time is money. And then the last thing to conclude all of these points is that there's Yelp out there. And for those of you that have done a Groupon, I would love for you to chime in and talk to me about how Yelp and running your Groupon worked or did not work for you. A lot of times we think that we're going to get these great reviews from this high volume amount of people, but what ends up happening is all of the angry ones write on Yelp. So something to keep in mind, of course. And one thing that we kind of forget about is the psychology of discounts. So let's talk about that for a minute. If you know how much something costs a company to make, it affects your willingness to buy it, right? At least it does for me. Let's talk about like hair products, for example. Since we are allowed to go into beauty supply stores and look at some of those products and treatments and even, bleach and that sort of thing, we get to buy our shampoos and conditioners and everything else at the cosmetologist price, right? At least in my state, you can do that. So when I get my hair done and my stylist says, hey, Lauren, you should really think about this hair volumizer powder. You'll really like it. It's what I used in your hair today. I know you'd like to have a little bit of lift on your scalp. It's $48 and I can put it in your basket to take home today. And I tell you what, I will be dead before I pay full price for that. Why? Because I know how much that costs the stylist to bring it into her salon. And it sounds mean. I know she's there to make business or make money, but and run her business. But if I can get it at a lower cost, why would I buy it there for more just to support her? Same thing with other services. If I can get an anti-aging facial for $50 that allegedly does the same thing in a consumer's eyes, why would they come back to pay $100 just for the heck of it? Because you had a smiling face. There's so much more than that. So let's uncover the truth about Groupon and Living Social and all of the daily deal sites. Daily deals help small businesses grow. I love this. And I say, said no one ever. The truth is, they were built for consumers. They weren't built for you and I and Jane and John to get their spa business up and running and off the ground. No, they were built for consumers. So let's talk about Jane. Jane wants to try a spa treatment. She's never had one, but she's heard that they are absolutely fabulous. So she buys a Groupon for a 50% off facial. Jane comes to the spa and she redeems the deal. Jane enjoys her time at the spa with her esthetician, and her esthetician thought it went very well too. Jane says that was fun and she'll be back again soon. And if Jane really liked you, she might purchase multiple vouchers for redemption when she gets home. Sometimes this is done under different accounts and without the company knowing, especially if you have multiple estheticians or service members on staff. So then let's talk a little bit more about Jane. Since now Groupon knows that Jane likes facials, they're going to notify her of all the facial deals they think she might buy or will find interesting. Fun, huh? She will also see deals on facials, massages, laser, waxing, hair care, and more, all in that beauty and wellness category. They're going to start really honing in on her because they know that she is a hot target for Groupons. So now she's what we call a Groupon groupie who sees these services as only 50% of their value, and now Jane won't pay more for it. Sorry, got to go to the next slide here. All right, let's talk about Jessie. She owns a spa and wants to attract more customers. So Jessie is us. Jessie runs a Groupon. She sells 500 vouchers. She did a bang-up job. They marketed it amazingly, and things went really well. So 500 times $50, because, you know, that's already the discounted rate of her $100 facial, equals $25,000. Groupon gets $12,000 because that's what they already agreed on. Credit card processing gets $750 rather, and Jessie, she only gets $11,000 out of that $25,000 cut originally. Pretty nuts, huh? And then let's talk about the result of all of this business. Other spas are told of her success, and they also run their own deal. The Groupon reps say, hey, Jessie down the street at Beautiful Body Spa just had great results. Your demographic here in this area is very, very in tune to Groupon and the beauty and wellness industry. I bet I can get you the same results. So then rather than anyone gaining any new customers, the price of facials in the area are lowered across the board because now Sally's offering a special, and Mary's offering a special, and all these people are offering specials on facials, and they're all paying about $50 for the price of facials. So it has effectively lowered the price in the area, and the customers are just rearranged with each deal. Because remember, we have Groupon groupies, and they go where the deals go. And what ultimately happens is that the owners lose 75% of the value of their services by participating in these kind of things. This also results in deal fatigue as well. And what is deal fatigue? Well, how many of you guys subscribe to daily deal sites? I have to admit, I've subscribed several times, but I have also unsubscribed equally as many times. And the reason for that, the reason I say that is because there's just too many emails. You know, there's only so many times that you can fantasize about going skydiving or hot air ballooning and say no so many times before the deals seem the same and exhausting. I mean, how many yoga classes are there that are being marketed by Groupon? You know? So I just want you guys to understand that there's more that meets the eye than just, here we're going to bring you a lot of clients and here's how you're going to do it. So this is just a graph about, you know, the more discounts that are offered, the lower the prices go. So I want to take a look back in time just to give you guys a few solid examples of why discounting sites aren't effective, and then we are going to jump into how to counter that and be more successful with what we do have. So a couple of these studies came from Harvard Business School, and one of them is about the airline price wars. In 1992, American Airlines, Northwest Airlines, and some other U.S. carriers went toe-to-toe in matching and exceeding one another's reduced fares, and the result was record volumes of air travel, so lots and lots of people traveled, but there was also record losses. Some estimates suggest that the overall losses suffered by the industry that year exceeded the combined profits for the entire industry from its inception. That means from when airlines started operating. This example is large scale, of course, but the discounting model is the same. They effectively lower the cost for everyone who flies. So just a picture to give you a visual of how that worked. And They also lost loyal customers who weren't previously bargain hunting. Maybe they were American Airline, loyal customers, but with the price wars, they found out that, yeah, they can get a better deal somewhere else. So they jumped, and it lowered prices for the entire year all around. One other quick example is 1999, Sprint announced a nighttime long-distance rate of 5 cents per minute. Do you remember when all we had were house phones? In August 1999, MCI, remember them? They matched Sprint's off-peak rate. But later that month, AT&T acknowledged that revenue from its consumer long-distance business was falling, and the company cut its long-distance rates to 7 cents per minute all day, every day, for a monthly fee of $5.99. AT&T's stock dropped by 4.7% the day of the announcement. MCI's stock price dropped 2.5%, and then Sprint's, of course, fell 3.8%. So with the spa business, all we're doing is moving clients around. We're not keeping them. We're just moving the dollars, sending them all around your area just by participating in the Groupon sites. But you should know that small business owners are the bread and butter for these discount sites. Without us, they would not be successful. They need us. And people always ask, well, why is Groupon mostly service-based businesses? Why are they mostly the ones participating? Well, if you look at retailers, it's different. When a retailer offers 75% off its merchandise, it's generally blowing out a portion of remaining inventory that they have. So when you think of off seasons, trying to get rid of stuff, for example, right now you can probably buy a winter coat at 75% off because it's summertime, and the retailer has already sold 90% of that inventory at a reasonable price. So if you think about the 75-90 rule, most businesses would rather have the money to invest in swimsuits at this point or to put back into back to school clothes. And the service business doesn't have these opportunities to do that. Bill Bice, he is the CEO of Spa Boom. He says that the average spa who runs a Groupon deal loses $2,500. He also said that Groupon's model is not sustainable. In a race to the bottom, everyone drowns. So if we're all racing to the bottom to discount our prices, that means that everyone drowns. He says sucking value out of the small business market will ultimately damage the local merchants that are the bread and butter of Groupon's base. And just that the model is not sustainable. So good information. I hope that helps you understand a little bit more about Groupon. And now we're going to talk about what to do next. The first thing to do is stop. I know it might be hard, but just stop. Stop giving away the farm. Stop discounting. Stop offering your time, your talent, your services at a discounted rate. You are not a discounted esthetician. You took the time to learn your craft, to perfect your craft, and you continue to learn, like you coming to this webinar today. You're investing in yourself. So don't discount yourself. You deserve to be paid full price. I also want you to remember to not be tempted by a quick fix. Price changes can be seen as the easy, quick, and reversible option. I can always raise my prices again, if this isn't working. But don't be tempted. It doesn't work that way. And also I wanted to encourage you before we dive deep in here, don't worry about what everyone else is doing. Do what's best for you. And if you're a discounting diva, you've been doing Groupons for a while, there is still time to recover. Don't worry. There's hope for you. One thing I wanted to bring up is an interesting concept that the creator of PayPal has said. He's wrote a book about it. He says competition is for losers. And to me, at first it sounded, well, what I don't get it. you don't want competition. No, he's saying that if you want to create and capture lasting value, look to build a monopoly. And a monopoly owns its own market of clients. So my interpretation of that is that you take a look at yourself and you decide who you want to have as clients and develop that market, and you'll have your own set of clients. So let's talk about a USP. Does anyone know what a USP stands for? Well, I'll tell you. It's a unique selling point or a unique selling proposition. A unique selling position. Doesn't matter. What it means is that you have a unique selling position for your business. So you see all these shoes down here, but you'll notice one's pink. It's a unique selling position. Yes, all these shoes are great. Yes, all these shoes make your legs look longer. But do these pink shoes match your pink dress, or do the black ones match your pink dress? Just an example of how to use your unique selling position. So you'll see your competition on the sides, and then you have to figure out what it is that makes you unique, what market it is that you want to be in, and how you can sell that. Remember, it's your unique selling position. So you position yourself how you want to be sold. And this isn't something that you just decide, right now while we're listening to the webinar. This is going to require some soul searching. You got to put some effort into this. And you'll get creative. You can analyze yourself, the things that you're interested in, the things that you're good at. Analyze your business, where you are located, what opportunities exist within your demographic. If you're by a mall, maybe there's some stuff to be said about being close to the mall. Or if you're in a busy building of professionals, whatever it is, you have to take some time to think about it and develop your unique selling position. One example I like to use is that, we're all estheticians here, right? So we're all very knowledgeable about skincare, waxing, conditions, histology, physiology. We all have a lot of general knowledge, but maybe I'm particularly passionate about waxing. So my unique selling position could be the best wax in my area that uses the best products and has the best customer service. You won't find anything else like it. Or anti-aging, or acne. I am the best acne skincare therapist in the area. I am great with teenagers. I build a solid home care treatment plan, and the results you see by being a part of my program are outstanding. Think about something like this. So a couple of companies that I wanted you guys to think about their unique selling positions. Amazon. What do you think of when you think of Amazon? Amazon Prime, 2-day shipping, boom, free, love it. Walmart, save money. That's their whole thing. Save money and live better. Spend your money elsewhere. Save money, live better. Walmart, awesome. It's very apparent. I took a couple other companies just for good measure. Tom's. I love that Tom's Shoes will buy a pair of shoes for someone else when you purchase the shoe. That's their unique selling position. If I'm looking at buying some shoes that are similar to Tom's, but I have the opportunity to buy one for someone else as well, of course you're going to buy the Tom's. I would hope so. Ross. You have Ross, who is known for discounted pricing. The professional can get discounted clothing, and you can dress for less, literally get dresses for less. So they have lots of brand names in there, and they're good at saying that you're not going to pay full retail while other people do. Then there's Nordstrom's. Gotta love Nordy's. They have one of the best customer service programs in all of retail, in my opinion. They are fabulous. They will take back nearly anything if there's any kind of defect in it, even if you've worn it. I mean, they're crazy about their return policy, and they just provide great customer service, and they're known for that. You can ask nearly anybody. The Honest Company, they are a product line that is expanding into home stuff, but it's Jessica Alba's company, and she developed this company to be honest about what's in the products, how it's created, that it's sustainable, environmentally responsible. And that's her unique selling position, is that the stuff you're going to put on your baby, you're going to know what's in it and that it's safe for your baby. And then Jimmy John's, I realize some people may not have them around in your areas, but they're a big chain, and they sell sub sandwiches. They also deliver, and they say subs so fast you'll freak. And they literally deliver so quick that it's insane. So this is just a time for you to think about your unique selling position. I understand that it's going to take some time, but it's a blank space. You write it, and this is something that you can continue to write and work on as you progress or as you grow and learn and think about things that you might get into or want to get into, things you find passion from, tailor it to work for you. But I will tell you that developing your USP allows you more focus because you're focusing on that USP. Now you have a mission. Also, you'll have more time for treatment room treats, which could be equipment, it could be product, it could be all kinds of cool stuff. Also, spa improvements, educational investments. Maybe you're looking into getting some business training or product training, something like that. Also, you're going to have more employee satisfaction if you do have people that work with you. You'll have a more petty cash, which is nice, so that if you need to get something, something breaks, you'll have that available. And then also income. You're going to have more income if you can dial in your business and figure out what it is that you want. You're going to be a lot more successful than just opening your doors and saying, here I am, come one, come all. I can do everything on my menu, fabulous. Okay, good. So you're going to be able to attract the clients you want to attract if you follow your USP and you remember the law of attraction. Like attracts like. So we're going to talk about 3 strategies to help grow a sustainable business without dropping your prices. These are 3 things you have right now that can work for you. We all have clients, we all have contacts, and we all have customer service. So the first one, let's talk about clients. We're going to talk about WOM, what that means, referrals, and incentives. And that is going to help us move forward into attracting the clients we want and keeping the clients that we want to as well. Did you know that a happy client is one of the most effective marketing tools you have? Seriously, it is true. But how do you unlock their best kept secret? You have to use the power of word of mouth, and that's what WOM stands for, word of mouth marketing. You have to unlock their best kept secret, and you have to do it by incentivizing them. Sometimes they don't know that you are asking for new clients. And clients who come via recommendation tend to be more loyal than those attracted by discounts or other promotions. So if a girlfriend tells me about her fabulous hairstylist, I'm going to already feel a personal connection because I've seen my friend's hair. I love my friend, and if she loves something, then I probably am going to love it too. So keep that in mind. And one thing I want you to think about is, when's the last time you asked your clients to refer their friends to you? I mean, seriously. And with a concerted effort. When's the last time you did that? My guess is probably not enough and probably not recently enough. You need to ask. If you don't ask, you know the saying, if you never ask, the answer is always no. So ask them. These are a couple things I pulled off the internet. This right here is a flyer that you could hang. You could go get one of those plastic stands at like Office Depot or whatever, and it's the, you know, normal paper size. And it says, may we ask a favor? Next time a friend, family member, or coworker asks you if you know a good dentist, please tell them about our practice. We're committed to providing every patient with the finest care and smile they're proud to share. Easy. Put that at your checkout counter so that they know that you're open to new stuff and you're ready to have new people come in, and that you take good care of them just like you take care of your current clients. And then another one, refer a client and you'll get a $10 free cash back and $10 free cash back for your friend. It's a win-win. They both win. And those are the clients that you want, those new clients that you want, that are more likely to come in and stay your client because of a recommendation. And then I also wanted to make sure that you guys are aware that it is so important to reward your repeat clients with incentives to do your marketing. Not just, hey, will you tell your friends about me? Reward them. And it doesn't have to be a costly reward, but rewarding those clients is positive reinforcement that you appreciate what they're doing. They feel appreciated. They feel connected to you. And instead of rewarding the clients you don't have with those discounts, already dropping off $50 off of your service, give those clients that do the work for you something special. So here's the 3 keys to getting those referrals off the ground and getting those to work for you. You have to make it convenient for your clients to send out or give out referral cards or refer their friends in any way that they're going to do that, or you want to facilitate that. You have to incentivize, and then you have to acknowledge. This is the third one. Acknowledge is one that we often overlook, and it makes a big difference. If someone says, hey, Lauren, thank you so much for sending me Cindy. Her back was hurting, and I sent her over to a friend to get a massage and get some stuff, you know, stretched out. And the massage therapist said, thank you so much for sending Cindy. Not only did I love her, she's a great client, but I think we could be pretty good friends too. Thank you so much. And I felt like, well, yeah, of course. I wouldn't recommend anyone else. But just her acknowledging that I took the time to throw business her way is a great way for me now to get business from her the other way. I pulled some of these pictures off the internet. I wanted you guys to see how you can put together some of these referral cards. They don't have to be fancy. You can print them from Vistaprint. You could do a business card size like these are. These are front and back. But they can be really cute and they can be really effective. So refer a friend, have a friend present this card at their appointment, and you'll both receive $10 off your visit. Very cool, very cute. The greatest form of flattery is a referral. Spread the word and we will reward you. Awesome. They look great. They're easy to hand out. So again, you're making that convenient for your clients to hand out, because, you know, these don't require a lot of space in their wallets or in their car or whatever. And it helps you too. One thing you can do for your very, very devoted clients is create a little referral program pack. And this can take a little bit more time, but it can be very worth it. You can hand these out. This is actually for a photographer, but the process in the package is just too good not to share. So it comes with an envelope, and it has a stack of referral cards in a little bow, which is very nice, cute little touch. And it just basically asks for their referral, and this is what you get if you participate. So, you know, a nice way to get in front of your clients and get their buy-in. Another one, this one's kind of funny, tongue-in-cheek, but I liked it, thought it was funny to share. And sorry, I'm getting lots of questions coming in here. Perhaps inviting a friend or two into our relationship might spice things up. You and Measure's the company, we've got a great thing going. We want to work with more great people like you. We figure the person most likely to know more people like you is, well, you. Let your friends in on our good thing and refer them. Let's do this. So you can make it cute too. I'd love this because it just is different, and it made me think, and if this is type of your business model where it's a little bit more playful, use this. And then another example of how to package things. They put them in little tiny brown bags. You can get it like Michael's or Hobby Lobby, probably even Walmart, just to offer a little bit of a spice, to spice things up. And then our friends at Starbucks, if you are a gold member, you know that they work very hard to provide benefits to their loyal Starbucks users. Nearly every day I get an email saying, hey, if you buy this, you get X amount of stars, or buy a friend a drink and you'll get one free. This one I liked because it really drives home the invite your friends and everybody wins type of thing. And it shows you the diagram. You invite friends, you get stars, they get a free drink. Cool. So if Starbucks is doing this, it's time for you and your spa to do this. You don't have to do it on this scale and make it this pretty, but it's time to get involved and start making your clients work for you. One thing I liked about this Kate Spade website is that you could sign up and have your friend be contacted by them. So this says, hey, have we met? Erica wanted us to say hello. Erica is the person that referred her. So just an interesting idea. If you have a cool, savvy IS or IT person or website person, maybe you can set this up so that your clients can type in names and emails to get on your email list. And then, of course, the thank you. The thank you is so important. Whether you write a handwritten letter or you offer them some sort of incentive to thank them for sending clients your way, this absolutely positively has to be done. Whether that's some samples that your product rep has left for you, any freebies that you want to hand out like a chapstick or other low-cost little swag. You can give them extra time in their facials, providing they have that extra time. Don't just assume that, oh, I'm going to go over 30 minutes because I don't have anyone after this. Make sure you talk with your client to make sure that they have the time available. You can do upgrades, eye treatments, add-ons, and then you can also offer a complimentary service, but I wanted to emphasize with this little star here that you shouldn't do this just because they send you one client. Maybe even creating some benchmarks. You send one client here, you get a free chapstick or whatnot. Another client you send, you get a free upgrade. And by the third client, and let's hope these clients continue to see us, then they get a free service. So don't just give away the farm right off the bat. You can even give them a $5 Starbucks card if you wanted. Sound good? Next thing is loyalty cards. How many of you guys are using loyalty cards? Probably not enough. They say the cost of attracting a new client is 6 to 7 times more expensive than your cost to retain one. So why wouldn't you reward the ones you already have by providing a loyalty program? So you can do stamps like this one up here. 6 visit earns a blah, blah, blah. Whatever works for you, but I would highly encourage you to do that. And then if a client hasn't returned in a while, pick up the phone and get in touch. Call them. Say, hey, Mary, I noticed that you haven't been here lately, and I just wanted to make sure everything was okay. Your service was December 2nd, and we'd love to get you back in. Did you have a poor experience, or is there anything I can do to help get you back in? If there's any kind of issue, resolve it, and maybe offer them an incentive to come back in. Well, we have this special going on this month, and I'd love for you to try it out, and I will personally do your treatment, and I think that you'll really enjoy it. Okay? Cool. All right, second, contacts. Contacts are so easy, but we forget about them. There's 3 things we're going to talk about for contacts: your referral network, cross-promotion, and making it easy. So building your referral network with contacts you already have is one of the easiest things you can do, but it requires a little bit of effort. So the term network, the process or practice of building up or maintaining informal relationships, especially with those people whose friendships could bring advantages such as jobs or business opportunities. What I want you guys to do when you get done with this webinar today, or even right now if you're a little bored, start going through your phone. Look through your contacts. You will be so surprised at how many people that can help you build your business that are in your phone. You already have their phone number. You just need to click dial. Remind them of what you do. Tell them, hey, I'm an esthetician, I'm just starting out, or hey, I'm a little light on clients lately, and I'd love the opportunity to get your referrals. You can put together some business cards, give them a menu of services, and if they're not in the beauty and wellness industry, you can do a write-up of benefits so that they understand them. And then if it's a more serious profession, you could also provide your resume if necessary. And then for those of you that meet people that you are not particularly acquainted with, you can write down their names and interests, you know, like, oh yeah, I've never had a facial, but that sounds great. I'm going to pass these out. Well, then write down their name and their interest and follow up and say, hey, Mrs. Smith, I loved chatting with you the other day. Thanks for taking my information. I would love to have you in for a facial. Come on in. Other people in your network. We always think, oh, well, we only know the 5 people in our family and, you know, the PTA people and that's it, or whatever it is. But you have a bigger network than you think. You have other hair, nail, massage therapists, acupuncturists. You have social groups, and these are just a few. Charities, churches, PTAs. How about trainers, gyms, and fitness studios? Also, we always think about plastic surgeons and dermatologists, but what about dentists and gynecologists? Gynecologists see women all day long. Why not get in their head and you know, remind them about the benefits of skincare, especially if people are pregnant and you understand, or menopause, and you understand the hormonal aspects of skincare really well. Go talk to them. Get their referrals. And then other people, like people in your building. Maybe you work in a professional building. You have CPAs, real estate agents, landlords, accounting. I mean, gosh, there's so many people that are in professional lawyers in your professional building. So reach out to them. And then also think about what's around you. Local high schools, colleges, sororities are a gold mine for services, especially spray tans, easy treatments, eyelash extensions. I mean, guys, you can get in there. Once you get in there, you will be so happy. Athletes, theater groups, those people are always in the market for clean, beautiful skin. And then also hotels and concierge without spas. So if you work near a hotel or there's a hotel in your area that does not have a spa, go drop off your menus and get comfortable with the concierge up there and let them know that you're willing to take on clients and you appreciate their referrals, and you know how far exactly you are, because clients always, or guests always ask, how far is it? It's 0.5 miles from the hotel or whatever. You know, do the math before and make it easy for them to refer you. Also, family acquaintances, that includes friends, friends, children's parents, you know, all kinds of people that your family might interact with on a daily basis that you are neglecting to reach out to. And then one key thing that I want to point out here is that it's important to cross-promote. Cross-promoting is so important. So if you can build a relationship with, let's say, a doctor, and you want the opportunity for them to send you clients, well, you need to send them clients back. And the more you do this, the more opportunity there will be for them to send you clients, because then you're building and establishing a very trusting relationship. And one way to do this is, of course, when you have clients in your room, to just talk to them, if they talk about, oh, they wanted to lose weight or whatever, tell them about the trainer that you work with. But also, you can do a spotlight. You can do it in your newsletters, any signage at your front desk. You can pick one monthly, something like that, and then also use your word of mouth. A good way for those of you that work in professional buildings is put together easy to give gift certificates for other professionals. So real estate agents, they always love to give gifts when they have closed on a sale. Put together a pretty little box like this with a spa gift certificate, or for your accountants, anybody that might give a gift to a client, put together a few samples and send them over, and see if they would like to use those. That'd be a great way to get more clients. So jumping into customer service. There are some things that require zero talent and only effort, and one of those is customer service. You don't have to be talented to be nice. So you combine your USP with your customer service skills. One of my favorite quotes of life is that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. If you make a client feel like they're the most important person on your bed ever in the history of life, they're going to come back to you. But if you're not there for them, either mentally, I guess physically, if you're not there, they're not going to be there either. But, if you're not showing up mentally for them, you're going to lose them. So if my client's coming to me to relax, then I'm going to let them relax, and I'm going to give them the most relaxing facial they have ever had every time. If my client's coming to reduce acne issues or anti-aging issues, then that's what she's going to get every time. She's not going to hear about my personal life. She's not going to hear what's going on in the world. She's going to hear about how to get rid of her acne. If I have a client coming in for girl time and just wants someone to talk to and laugh with, then I'm going to give her that every time. She deserves that. She's paying me, and that's what she's going to get. Again, if I have a client coming in for eyelash extensions and I am her glam squad, guess what? She's going to leave every single time feeling like she just hit up the glam squad. And again, and lastly, if your client's coming to you because you use sustainable products that are environmentally friendly, organic, all of that, I'm going to give that to my client every time. And maybe talk about some of those things that attracted her to you. And if that aligns with your USP, this is perfect. So offer the services that gives your client exactly what they need. And if you don't know what they need, ask them. Ask them on their intake form. What brings you in today? What type of service are you looking for? That sort of thing will go a long way. Be the spa they visit because of the quality of service, the quality of staff, the quality of products, and the quality of their experience. To be successful, you have to be the esthetician that tells the client when to come back. How many times do you go somewhere and they don't even tell you, I'd like to see you in 4 weeks? Or, no follow-up, no home care recommendations. And also, ultimately, be the esthetician that says thank you for your business. Thank them for their business. I love this quote. Nobody raves about average. And you can be sure of that. People only rave about outstanding experiences. Create an experience for your clients. And then this Walt Disney quote, it's too good not to share. Whatever you do, do it well. Do it so well that when people see you do it, they will want to come back and see you do it again, and they will want to bring others and show them how well you do what you do. Good old Walt. It's so true. Keep in mind that your professional appearance goes into customer service as well. All you need is a few good outfits that are breathable, lightweight, comfortable, along with a good pair of shoes that are easy to walk in, that show your clients you're ready for them, wrinkle-free and stainless. Whether you wear a uniform to work or something different, make sure your clothing presents the image that your USP is attached to and designed to project. How's your treatment room look? Does it look like it's ready for clients? Is it clean? I love this treatment room. I found it off of Google, but it's just beautiful. Yes, I want to get in the bed and start a treatment. Your spot is your home and your space and your place. You need to remove what does not serve you. Whether that's a receptionist, a client, a specific treatment you offer, something that isn't profitable, if you don't enjoy it, release it. Eliminate that which drains you. I'm a big believer of good vibes only, and I try to keep this motto, although sometimes it can be difficult. Remember that like attracts like, and energy flows where intention goes. Put your intentions out there that I only want to attract clients that are serious, you know, that are good clients that are going to come back to me, that are financially stable clients. Put your energy out there. Rhonda Byrne says the law of attraction says that like attracts like. And when you think and feel what you want to attract on the inside, the law will use people, circumstances, and events to magnetize what you want. Your homework today is to find 5 things that need to change, but then change them too. And remember, when you're building your business, you spend your time, not your money. So now we've talked about clients, contacts, and customer service, and I believe that is how the price war will be won. Does anyone have any questions? Corey says she has a client that drives 50 miles to see her each month because of the way she makes them feel. What a fabulous compliment. Awesome. Let me go through the questions. It's not usual how I am going through the questions and answering them, so give me just a second. Okay. So Corey says that she's tried loyalty cards and clients lose them. And then we must continue to find a way to track on the backside. Those are just not fit for her business. And I could understand that. That could be quite the challenge. And maybe it is something that you track on your own through your client database. That's a perfectly good idea to do that if your software supports that. But I could definitely see how that could be a problem. Liliana, yes, you could use a $10 referral on a product if you have a new skincare line and your clients will love to try. Sure, you can do whatever works best for you. The bottom line, though, is just to keep in mind that you want to offer something that has a high perceived value, but a low investment cost for you. So you don't want to offer one of your best products for $10 off, or something that costs you, let's say, $20 and or that you're selling for $20 and then you give it for $10 off. So, you know, just think about what makes sense financially and go with that. So Mary Brooke is looking at raising her treatment rates. And do we have any advice for her how to let clients know? I usually think it's a good practice to let clients know in advance, and you can use this to your advantage because you can post this in your spa, send an email, however you communicate with your clients saying rates are going up, let's just say August 1st. However, we will honor the price for any series or packages purchased before, you know, July 15th. So you could encourage them to get involved and purchase at the old pricing, and that way you have a bunch of services pre-booked and people are prompted to buy more. Moani's asking, how do you dismiss a client you do not want to service any longer? Well, diplomatically is the difficult part. A lot of times estheticians will either be too busy in terms of not being able to schedule that client, or your rates have raised and you know, you say my rates for that facial blah 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 is $300 and she probably won't come back to book that for $300 if she's normally paying $160. If anyone else has any other suggestions, go ahead and type them in and we'll share them with Moani. Karen says, when first starting out as a new SD, how much should your prices differ until you become more experienced? I feel like your prices shouldn't differ. Just because you're new doesn't mean that you're not skilled. Yes, of course, there's always more to learn. You're going to find that throughout your entire career, that there's always more things to learn. But if you are super good at anti-aging treatments and you're passionate about it, you're constantly learning, and that's your demographic, that's the people that you want to attract, then good. Keep your prices just in line with the market prices. I would never be the cheapest esthetician in your area because people do price shop, and you know, a lot of times price goes with value as well. So I would say just be right in the mid-range, what you think you're valued at, and go with it. There's also a whole science on writing a menu, a treatment menu, and how to make certain ones sell more than others, which I really want to put together in a webinar, and hopefully I can do that at least this year sometime. All right, Denise says, thank you so much. This is so needed in our industry. It's good to establish these habits sooner than later. I agree. I'm glad you enjoyed it. This has given me lots to think about, says Wendy. I really need to do more to get people in the door and keep them. Awesome. I'm so glad to hear that you guys enjoyed this. Another thing that I would recommend too is you know, seeking out some business strategy partners and coaching. There's a couple people in the industry that do a great job helping mentor and lead estheticians, and they have forums and all kinds of support that we are very proud to partner with. And for those of you that are not familiar with them, Lori Crete, the esthetician mentor, is a good resource for you. She has all kinds of estheticians involved where you can have a sounding board and talk about things that that are going on in your spa, and talk to other estheticians that might be going through the same thing. And then also Douglas Preston. He has Preston Professionals, which is also a career building network too. And they're both members of ours, and we're very glad to have them. Let's see, any other questions? Are packages considered discounting? Yes, if you look at it from from just, yes, you're discounting packages. So say you're going to sell 6 facials or a series of 6 facials, same type, and you offer them for, if we're going to use easy math, $600 is the normal price for 6 facials. Maybe you offer it for $550 or $515 or something like that. So yes, you're discounting, but you're also incentivizing them to pre-purchase these packages, which A, allows you extra income up front, and B, gives you a client that'll keep coming back, so you can establish that rapport and hopefully get some product in their hands too. How do you deal with a client who came for a promotion and asks when you'll have the promotion again? I think that you flat out say, I don't know that I'll be doing this promotion again. I'm super busy. I received a lot of clients with this current promotion and a lot of full price paying clients, and encourage her to pre-book instead, and kind of change gears a little bit and say, but I'd love to have you pre-book and get yourself on the schedule because I am booking really quickly. And now you have the option, since you did use the promotion, now you have the option to choose any facial you'd want or any treatment you'd like. It's at full price, but now you have the choice to choose exactly what you'd like. Okay, I track loyalty in-house. Rebecca says she tracks loyalty and referral discounts in-house, and she says it makes her clients feel like she's taking care of them. Cool. Okay, there's lots of stuff here. Do you recommend offering a type of discount for cash clients since credit cards charge a fee? Regina, I'm not a big fan of that, just because in a way it's kind of dirty in terms of the IRS standpoint. And sometimes that can be a turnoff for your clients. If you pay me cash, then I'll give you a discount, because they may not be thinking about your credit card processing machine. They might be thinking about the IRS, and that can kind of come off poorly to some people. Yeah, that's my advice on that. Dee is saying that she has moved and lost a lot of her customers. She still uses Groupon, but she is tired of it. Should I go cold turkey and stop using Groupon? I want to stop. Yes. Yes. Stop. I would say stop cold turkey. Start focusing on, instead of the next discount or how to work with Groupon to bring in people, start really focusing on yourself and your business, and really getting into what you want to attract, who your ideal client is, and where you're going to find them. If that requires you to spend more time marketing and handing out business cards or reaching out and building your referral network, that's fine. That is totally okay to do, because like I said, when you're building your business, it should take your time and not your money, because you're not making any money by doing the Groupon anyway. Corey says, dismissing a client, she says that she's used I am sorry. We appear not to be the salon for you. We encourage you to seek service of another salon that better fits your needs. She says she's only had to say that twice in 20 years. And Nalia says that she is just open and honest with them about why the relationship will no longer work. Good, good, good. To herd clients. I'm looking for a way to herd clients toward the services I want them to book that are most profitable for me without devaluing the services by lowering the price. Yeah, there's a whole science about how you put together the menu. If you make a concerted effort to look at restaurant menus, you'll notice that the most expensive items are often boxed. They have a box around them, or they're highlighted in some way, shape, or form. and you can do that too. Also, I would get rid of the services that are the least profitable for you if you don't enjoy them. There's no sense in doing them if they don't bring you joy, because it's going to translate to your clients. Let's see. Katie says she has a tiered VIP facial club with benefits, and this has worked for the past 2.5 years. That's cool. You have to tell us more about that. And Denise said that when she did a Groupon, it brought a lot of traffic to her website, so she put specials on there and got a great response. She's been able to keep those clients. Very cool. Catherine has some issues with new clients. Potential new clients will contact me about making an appointment. I will get back to them to schedule, but I have challenges getting them to book. How to handle. Catherine, if you're not using online scheduling, I would highly recommend that you do that and make that available to your new clients, because the going back and forth in between clients and trying to make that work can be really, really time consuming and frustrating for the clients on the other end. So if they have the opportunity to book when they want and how they want, they will appreciate that, and I think that you'll find that your free time grows larger too, because that is very, very time consuming. Price range for hair removal. I think that you should have a set price and then plus. So if you're going to do legs, and let's say that they are exceptionally hairy, a man's legs for example, maybe you start your price at $35 and you put a plus, because depending on what you're looking at and working with, that can be a lot of work, and you need to charge for that. There's no reason why you shouldn't charge what you feel like you should be given for that sort of thing. There's no reason. You need to value your services. Regina, about discounting cash clients. Instead of doing that, do we eat the fee for credit cards or charge the credit card fee to the client? What I would do is take a look at all of your business expenses and break down what it costs per treatment to do these the services that you offer. And a good exercise is to go through every single thing that you offer on your menu and figure out the cost per service, and that includes a credit card fee. How many 4x4s do you need? Do you use a brush? Do you use the expensive serum in it? What are the products used? All of that sort of thing. Get a good idea of what that costs to have that service completed, and consider the credit card fee as well. And then that should reflect on your pricing. So you should have all of that covered within the price you charge for your treatment. Do I put a expiration date on series packages? I think that it's probably a good idea to do that, but the goal would be that you wouldn't have to enforce that, because you could say, you can book this series and my prices increase in August, but let's get you on the calendar now for these treatments so that we can make sure that you have a spot in between, because my books are getting pretty full. And I would never tell a client I'm wide open. Even if I am wide open, I want them to know that I'm busy and desirable, because they want to come to a esthetician that's skilled, but also that they know that other people think she's skilled. So you don't necessarily need to lie to them, but lead them to pre-book. So if you have them pre-booking, at least you have that on the calendar. If they reschedule, then they reschedule. But I would try to get people that book a series or purchase a series or a package to book at the time of purchase or shortly thereafter. All right, so we'll take one more question here. Is there a good way to retain Groupon clients? I don't know that there really is a good way to do that. The problem you face is that they are notoriously called Groupon groupies, where they just go where the discounts go. A lot of times people are, the people that use Groupons, they're not interested so much in the discovery of a new spa as they are about getting the service done at a cheaper price. For instance, people that do Botox or Botox hoppers from different plastic surgeons' offices or dermatologists, dentists, all that kind of stuff. I don't think you really want that. So, okay. Awesome. So there's lots of questions here. You see my email address at the bottom of the screen. Go ahead and shoot me an email if you have any questions, and I will do my best to get back to you and help you figure out what you need. Corey says that charging credit card fees is illegal in some states, but I think that if you were to wrap that into your cost, it's okay. Gift certificates never really expire. That is true. That is in many states. So if you do offer gift certificates, there's really no legality to that. But again, if you can eliminate that whole issue of when it does expire, or if you can eliminate the issue of having them ask about an expiration date, just getting them rebooking on a consistent manner, or maybe you keep a separate list of clients that have series and you make a routine call once a month to say, hey, you got the series, you have 4 left, let's get you in. I want to really help you take advantage of the series and the time together, because our time together does work best when it's scheduled and routine. All right, guys. Well, we have lots of questions, like I said, and I am so glad to have all of you here today, and I hope you did learn a lot. Sherry, yes, we do have online booking available with the ASCP membership. There are actually 4 different companies: MindBody Online, Full Slate, GenBook, and one other one. I'm such a jerk, I can't remember. But they're all available for you, and you do get a discount for being a member with us. Cool? Cool. So on behalf of everybody at ASCP, we want to thank you for joining us today, and I hope you guys have a beautiful day and a beautiful week and a very successful and prosperous week as well. Have a great day, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.